Oh, I know. I just put out this video. I don't know if if you've watched these before. I always put these out about 8 o'clock in the morning. But right now I'm putting one out in the evening. So this is officially Ampersand Island After Dark. Ooh, don't worry, it's fine. So only because I realized that today, being Saturday, that is also often referred to as Catter Day. And I thought we just need another cat. So random toy time, I went to see if I had a cat, and I don't. And the only thing I could find cat-related was, do you know who this is? This is Alf from Milmac, you know, from the 80s show. And Alf is not a cat because he ate cats, was his thing, and he was beloved. He lived with the family. It was tremendous. And I remember I had a puppet. Had an Alf puppet from like Pizza Hut. But anyway, so I got inspired. I saw a cat on Twitter from a good Mr. Chris Barron. And I don't know if you guys remember Chris Barron. If you know Chris Barron, he's the lead singer of the Spin Doctors. And when I was a kid, I was a tremendous fan of the Spin Doctors and adored that band. And then I just randomly found him on Twitter. I think people were doing like bands that, I don't know, something negative. People were trampling on the Spin Doctors. And, you know, I think they did get a bit of that kind of that vibe that from people, you know, I don't know why, even then or now, sort of like a what's the band that everybody, a Nickelback thing where people just decide that you're just going to crush on it. And I don't understand, never understood that mindset, because I love the Spin Doctors, and they had a whole bunch of good catchy tunes. I remember when I was in junior high, I think it must have been like, 12, 13, and when they put out You Let Your Heart Go Too Fast, Turn It Upside Down album, and we had to write a letter. You know, you had to write a letter to like, whatever, a politician, a musician. I can't remember how people got addresses, because this was like the early 90s still, early mid-90s. And I wrote to the Spin Doctors and just went off the cassette tape sleeve of the You Let Your Heart Go Too Fast album. And I wrote to the Spin Doctors, but I just sent it to like, you know, like the record company address. So I never heard anything back. And then knowing me, it was probably full of grammatical errors and that kind of thing too. So I didn't hear back, but that's fine. I don't begrudge them. So I'm gonna make this little cat, just a little Chris Barron inspired cat, because Chris Barron's always posting animal related stuff, you know, especially it seems like cats, but everything. And I really always enjoy seeing his tweets, and they kind of brighten my day. So even now, all these years later, I found ways to enjoy Chris Barron. So I'm gonna sketch this in. He's just sitting here, he's having a little cup of coffee, and I think he's just hanging out at a coffee shop. Like a little cat, sort of like, because I watched the Two Princes video before I got this, because I wanted to remember what his hat looked like and that kind of stuff. I think that's like a very iconic hat. And I'll make him sitting here next to another big cat. They're at a cat cafe. Anybody ever been to a cat cafe? It's like a cafe that's filled with actual cats that you can go in and hang out with and pet. If you don't have a cat, it's sort of like a good way to get like a cat fix. He's gonna hang out with this great big cat that he's chatting with, so he can kind of like be that big dude from the Two Princes video. I'm just going all the way. So anyway, I'll sketch this in a little bit and we'll jump ahead. And I'm gonna jump back in like leap in there like a cat. And we're gonna put on a hat. Ugh, no, I don't want to make that reference. But anyway, all right. So I just kind of doodled this in a little background, just trying to figure out what else to do back here. So this is already like, this is our second cat, which is the first duplicate animal on the island since I started this a couple weeks ago, because we already have Stuart, and so I decided to put Stuart back there. He's sitting back here. I'll draw him in, but he's just he's everywhere. I already made him showing up at the Bijou Theater. He was getting gas pumped into his bubble scooter by Phil the turtle. So, and now he gets to hang out with this cat, who we'll just name, we'll call him Barron. Barron the cat. Hopefully Chris doesn't mind that he is thrown into cat form and forced to live on this island. I've been enjoying seeing some of his little quarantine videos right now. They kind of cheer me up. So, now, since he cheered me up, I'm going to punish him by having to live on the island. So, that's what he's going to look like. He's looking just a little scruffy. So he's hanging out at the cafe. I wonder what he does. Is he on break, and should we have him work at the cafe? Does he own the cafe? Should he be a musician? I don't know. What is the name of this cafe? Is it just the Cat Cafe? Or should we give it a more clever name? I don't know either. I haven't really thought that much ahead about it, to be honest. I haven't even named the city yet, so how can I name the cafe before the city? Oh, while I'm drawing this in, look at this. I got a Spin Doctors CD with an autograph from Chris Barron on it when I saw him a couple years back, and I'm so happy that I brought that and was able to, he was so kind to sign it for me. Maybe we'll find like a clue or a pun or something off of a song title we can go with. Let me kind of half draw and half. Ginny Olsen Blues, coffee, coffee, coffee. No, I can't think of anything. What time is it? What time is it? Coffee time. It's not enough for, that's a little bit lengthy and kind of a stretch. Little Miss Can't Be Wrong. No. Shinbone, oh, down at the bottom there, Shinbone Alley. How about like Fishbone Alley? Like a fish at alley cat. Does that make you think of the band Fishbone too much? I don't know either. I don't know. I'm gonna have to circle back to that. He's talking to this other great big cat here. This big lurking, hulking cat. But you can tell they're just like, just having a good chat. Maybe it's like really late in the evening, or maybe it's early in the morning. Well, it's late in the evening because we're making this video in the evening. I'm gonna make that coffee steam rising up. It's a little heat up. Our coffee shop, or our restaurant we go to, they are so quick to come by and warm up your coffee for you. You've got to just sip down just a little bit, and they're like, "Oh, can I warm that up for you?" And you're like, "Oh, sure, totes." And that's why it's our place. So this place is going to be like that. They are really quick to get around, fill you back up again. And, oh yeah, I thought it was witty about this too. I'm going to make this stool, and I'm going to make this, the base of this stool look like a car steering wheel, just for you. And I'll make a plate sitting here with a little bit of food, and that's where the counter goes down, and I put a little window up here. There's some fresh meal there with some nondescript blumps back there. And at first I sketched in a regular clock here, and then I thought, no. We need a cat clock. Like that cat clock where the eyes move back and forth. I didn't look up an image of it or anything like that, so this is just sort of vaguely like that. But I'm gonna give it ears like that. Yeah, like that. And it's gonna hang over into the window just because. And I'll put a big sign here that'll say, how about fresh coffee? I don't know why they need to say that once you've already been in the restaurants, because you're already a captor there. You've already walked in. It would be awkward if you just walked out if the coffee didn't look that fresh. That sign should be in the window, but that's all right. Maybe while you're sipping your coffee, you'll kind of go, oh, man, how old is this coffee? And then you'll look up at the sign and go, oh, fresh, it's fresh. Oh, it must be me. And I'm going to throw a jukebox back here too. Because what diner? Is it a diner or is it a cafe? With the big grid. All right. You don't need to see all this. I'm going to just jump ahead again. I'll finish inking this in, and then we'll just go to turbo painting. See you on the other side. All right, there it is. In my excitement, I heard dinner was ready, and I thought I hit record when I started painting, and I didn't, so I missed the beginning of it right at the beginning. But here it is. Here's Barron having a cup of coffee. This is Bro here at the Cat Cafe. So happy Catterday, everybody. I probably won't post a video tomorrow for Sunday because I'm jumping ahead for today. So I'm just going to take the day off, and I'll see you guys all back on the island on Monday. So have a good Saturday night. Have a great Sunday. See you on Monday.